Cajun Collective, I'm worried about you. I want to up your street cred. Rock the hobby, rep Cajun Cardboard merchandise when you hit the showroom floor at your next big show. Let them know that you're part of the Cajun Collective. Hats, shirts, polos, quarter zips. We're talking about Adidas. We're talking about Under Armour brand. All of it approved by yours truly. Get your merch at CajunCardboard.com. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. And it's always fun to have a guest, especially a recurring guest, especially a guest who probably talks and trades and deals and manipulates and focuses on Michael Jordan cards even more than I do. Tyler is the guru when it comes to not just a few Michael Jordan cards like me with the hierarchy, but almost all Michael Jordan cards. Tyler's been on the channel before. Welcome, Tyler Presnall, back to the channel. He is the author, creator, inventor, CEO, everything for Jordan Vault. Tyler, welcome back, man. I'm happy to have you. It's been too long.
Thanks for having me. Love being on.
We're going to talk about a freaking creation. Like, this is like a Frankenstein for Michael Jordan collectors. A lot of you guys may recognize the name and say, wait, I know that guy. I've heard that name. I've seen him on Cajun Cardboard before. What's his deal? I know he's all about, cards, Jordan cards. He used to create these things called the Ultimate Collector Guides, and they were incredible. And it was an amazing modifiable, manipulatable, whatever you say the word, a modifiable spreadsheet that you could kind of mold into your collection. And Tyler, tell me what I'm missing. You had Jordan, you had, I think, Griffey. I think, who else did you have?
Kobe, Shaq, Iverson, and 90s inserts, but 90s basketball inserts guy.
That's right. And the 90s insert basketball stuff. Yeah, this is, and so why don't you just tell people why you're back on my channel? This is going to be, I'm just going to throw it out there. This is going to be a sales pitch, but it's the easiest sales pitch I think I've ever had to make because A, it's too cheap. I'll always tell you, you don't charge enough money. Okay. So it's going to be too cheap. And, but B, if you guys watch the channel because of Michael Jordan cards, this is just like shooting fish in a barrel. This is going to be the easiest decision you've ever had to make. And again, I'm not getting paid by Tyler. Tyler's not giving me a cut or any of that crap. I just know something awesome when I see it. And so I figured let's just use this platform. Let's get it out to a few thousand people, a few thousand Jordan collectors, and pour a little gas on the fire and see what happens here. So Tyler, tell us what changed from you being the guy who made these Ultimate Collector Guides, Jordan specifically, to what we're here to talk about today with Jordan Vault. What's going on?
Yeah, so about 4 years ago, I created these Ultimate Guides. I started with Jordan because that's my number one PC, and it was every Jordan card from 1984 to 2009 in a spreadsheet with pictures, able to sort, filter by card type, year, manufacturer, all that good stuff. And a lot of people who were getting it were saying, hey, you should turn this into an app. You should turn this into a website so it can be a lot more interactive. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds great. I don't know how to do that. That seems really hard. But over the last several months, I've been learning, and I actually did turn it into an app and a website. And that's what Jordan Vault is. So it's a lot of the same stuff, only kind of on steroids, because I can make easy updates. I can add pictures. I can edit, and we'll go through it, and you can see how robust it is.
Yeah. I told you, I don't have a script. I don't have an outline. I told you I'm going to ask dumb questions. Probably the same kind of questions that people who have never seen this before are going to ask. I just know this. When you first sent me that Jordan Ultimate Collector's Guide, I was like, oh my God, I can't save this on my desktop fast enough. Like, this is going to be my Bible. It's going to answer so many questions because it's so comprehensive. How many total cards was in that was in the Ultimate Collector Guide for Jordan, and how many are in the Jordan Vault?
It's the same amount. There's 12,110 Jordan cards covered in this. So what I've noticed as talking to people and in my own research, a lot of times people just kind of buy cards. A card will pop up and like, oh, that's cool. I'll buy it. I'll spend $50 or $100 or $10,000. And I'll just get that card. And then I'll do that a few hundred more times. And a lot of people just kind of, they have a lot of cards, but they don't necessarily have a collection. Yeah. They don't know what's out there. They don't know how these cards kind of relate together. And this really helps with that. It kind of helps from going from accumulating cards to building a collection.
Yeah. Direction is crucial in the hobby. And it doesn't mean you have to like choose a direction and follow that direction until you smash into a brick wall. But having some idea of what the hell's going on in the Michael Jordan card collecting world is that's kind of why I created the hierarchy in the first place.
Exactly.
Not to tell people what direction to go, but just to give people options of what direction to go. This is like Pandora's box, bro. This is like a whole different deal. You're talking about over 10,000, over 12,000 cards. It's nice to kind of know, like, you know what? I want to collect, Michael Jordan cards only from the 80s. Boom. There it is. Tyler's giving you the exhaustive list of exactly how many cards that is. I only want to collect Star. Boom. You've got your list. I only want to collect Fleer cards, Upper Deck cards. Maybe you only want to collect members only. Shit, I don't know. There's all kinds of things you can do. Tyler's Jordan Vault, you're going to be able to sort it that way to basically clearly delineate the direction that you want to go. And that doesn't mean your direction can't change, because I know mine has. Tyler, I'm sure yours has.
Yes.
Tell me about your personal Jordan collection. Like, how do you collect Jordan cards? What direction have you chosen to follow in the Jordan card collecting world?
So my bread and butter is 90s inserts, ideally PSA 8. All of my collection now is graded by PSA. Mostly just, not that I necessarily think they're the best, that's just what I got started on in 2000 was with PSA.
Yeah.
So kept that going. So 90s inserts, PSA. And I've got some of my favorite brands, some brands I don't really like. And I can show you exactly what I have on here, and you'll easily see themes. But 90s inserts.
This is a way to track your collection. Like, this is a way to give you an idea of what it is out there that you can get. And then once you get it, you can literally quantify visually your entire collection. And this is going to be awesome. So you got screen share, so you can take it from here wherever you want to. I will go ahead and tell people, first and foremost, if you want to follow Tyler, go ahead and get this out of the way. On Instagram, in your phone, go to Jordan_Vault23. And that's Tyler. Give him a follow. Tyler, you got 2891 followers now. We got to get you over 3,000 by the time this video gets out easily. And then the website, if you're interested, and we're going to talk about a free version. We're going to talk about a premium version, which, like I said, you call it premium, but it's like, I think it's $2.99 a month.
$2.99 a month.
I mean, dude, Netflix is whatever. It's like, what are we talking about here? I mean, $2.99.
Well, especially with the price of Jordans now, you can't even get a 1990 base.
What does it even matter? Right. $2.99 if you're collecting Jordan is like, who's going to notice it? But it's Jordan-Vault. But if you search on Google Jordan Vault, it's going to pull up. But this is Jordan-Vault.com, right? And so I'm giving you screen share. You take it from here, man. And we're ready to rock and roll. You walk us through it. I'll ask questions as we go along, and we'll make sure people understand exactly what the product is and what it can do for you.
Great. So when you sign up, you can register for free, and you get access to the dashboard and the card catalog. You do get some premium features with the $2.99. But for the dashboard, you can see there's 12,110. I have 43 in my collection.
Go to hit screen share. You're not screen sharing.
My fault.
That's okay. That's my trick. That's what I do. I'm the one who forgets to screen share. So when somebody else does it, it makes me happy. I'm terrible. I am horrible. I'll talk for like 20 minutes on a Fanatics auction video, and I'll be like, God dang it, I gotta go re-record all this crap. I just forgot to share.
All right, can you see it now?
No, let me hit there. Boom. Let's go. All right, now we're set.
Okay, so it opens to this dashboard. You can see how many cards. This is the cards in my collection and my want list. I'll get to that in a second. But you can see how these 12,000 cards are broken out by year and by manufacturer. So like I said, 1984 to 2009. Right now it's a 2009. I've been updating this every day, making improvements, so I can see myself extending past that in the future. And unlike with the spreadsheets, when I make an enhancement on here, it flows right to every user immediately.
Okay.
So I've been making a lot of enhancements, and it'll just get updated to everyone. So we can
hold on. Let me ask a super dumb question. You can get this on your phone.
Yep.
Okay, because I know when you say app, I think phones, but it's also there's a web version as well. So whichever way you want.
Version. By the time this video comes out, it'll be in the Google App Store. You can also just open up the web browser and you get the app experience if you're on iPhone or even Android.
Got it.
Yeah, same experience, optimized for both.
Cool. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yep. So we can see this is kind of a heat map of all the manufacturers in years. We can see Upper Deck. Out of these 12,000, Upper Deck has 9,800 of them. So
Jeez.
if you want to try and collect every Jordan card, you're going to get a heavy dose of Upper Deck.
Yeah.
And as we were talking before, like, what do you collect? Well, maybe you don't want Upper Deck. Maybe you just want the other ones, which is only like 2,300. Or maybe you don't want anything that's unlicensed or miscellaneous. I just want the licensed stuff, and there's an easy toggle for that. So if you want to look at, there's 12 1996 Bowman in here. Let me just check those out. You just click on that, it automatically filters the card catalog, which we'll view in a second. These are all the 1996 Bowman Jordan cards.
Love it.
Right? You can use these filters if I want to add anything else. We'll get to the card catalog in a second. But back to the dashboard, you can click on anything, and it'll just go right there. You can see there's 1,785 1998 Upper Deck Jordan cards.
Jeez, what?
Now, most of those are Jordan only set. So these are card types that I've inserted and I update it all the time. Nothing else breaks it down like this. So me personally, I don't really like the Jordan only sets. Maybe somebody wants to collect all of them. This is actually great for that because there's, let's say, 100 cards in a lot of these sets, and it's kind of hard to know what they look like, what should I be looking for.
Yeah.
I'll show everybody how you can do that. But there's 2,648 inserts. If you like inserts, that's the way to go. Now here's your Cajun hierarchy. So we look by tier. These are the Cajun Cardboard hierarchy. This link goes here. You can see all about it. I encourage everybody to get the poster. You can get a great visual on your wall of all these cards. You can track which one you have in this site or on the poster, however you want to do it. So it does have the tiers here. So once you're ready to get into and dig into the card catalog, we can see it's got my filters for Bowman 96. You can search the whole catalog. This is all 12,000. I've got pictures for most of them, not every single one, but I've been adding pictures. So we can, if you want to look at 1997 inserts, let's go 1997. You can click on the type, inserts.
This is incredible.
Maybe you just want the best inserts. Let's go like tier 1, tier 2 inserts. So 1997, tier 1 and 2 inserts, there's 9 cards. Obviously, these are all going to be licensed, but you can click on license only. You can click on has image. If you just want to browse, like, I want to know what all these cards look like, you can just filter to has image. There's 2 different views for this. If you prefer a list, you could look at them by list. You can even compare cards. So let's say I want to compare this Metal Universe Championship with this Metal Universe Championship. You can compare up to 5. You compare, it's got the year, the manufacturer, the pack odds, what tier they're in.
What? You got the pack odds in there as well?
Mm-hmm. I got pack odds for over 1,500 cards.
Okay.
All of the hierarchy cards have pack odds.
Yeah.
And another 1,000 or so.
Damn.
So I say, oh, you know what? I really like Metal Universe Championship. Which one of these should I get? Oh, well, this one's 1 in 2880. This one's 1 in 5400. If rarity is something that dictates which card you buy, you're going to want to go for this one. Click into view. Every card has its own card page, which has all the details. You can see here's the name of the card. Here's the manufacturer. You can add it to your collection. Here's some details. Maybe I have a BGS 9. You just type that right there. You can have the certification number, what you paid. If you want it on your want list, maybe I want a PSA 8 of that card, you can add it right there. Or if you have one for sale, you say, yeah, I've got an SGC, here's the cert number, here's my asking price. Here's all the details about the card. Now, what's really, really hard is to pull in live pricing, like card. yours does. So the next best thing right now is I've got just a link to the eBay sold. So just one click away, you can see
Hey,
what
you
they
know,
sold for. And same
Tyler,
with the PSA pop reports.
I always use Card Ladder, but do you know, did eBay, remember back in the day when we used to check like 130 point or eBay sold listings or whatever, completed items? eBay, if it was a best offer, they would only show the list price. They wouldn't show the actual sale price. Did eBay fix that?
No, I don't believe they fixed it. I personally use Card Ladder as well.
Yeah.
Not everybody has access to Card Ladder, and I know for kind of newer collectors, a lot of them use eBay. So
Yeah.
in the future, I may try to add Card Ladder in here because that's what I personally use, but I also subscribe for $20 a month. So for those who don't do that, it's just kind of a good starting place for values.
Yeah. Card Ladder's all I mean, if it's good enough for somebody that's as comprehensive as you and as OCD as you and me, Card Ladder's probably got damn near everything you need. And by the way, if you want to look into cardladder.com and subscribe for a year subscription. If you use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, you actually get 2 months free. So you get a $40 value just by plugging in 5 letters, Cajun, and subscribing. I'm friends with those folks. I'm certainly biased. They pay me to talk about their product, but it worked in reverse order. I would never talk about a product unless I tried the product, I love the product, and I believe in the product. So that's kind of the order of operations for the Cajun Cardboard affiliate partners is I've got to believe in you first before I give you a chance for me to talk about how great you are. I want to make sure it's him. And that's why, I know you. I trust you. We've talked. We've gone through Jordan collecting guides. I've bounced questions off you. And the reason you're on my channel is because I know what you're about. I mean, I know it, and we're seeing it here firsthand. This is awesome, man. This is absolutely freaking fascinating. The card comparison feature is really cool to me.
Yeah, that's great because a lot of at least for me, I'm thinking, you know what, 97 is my favorite year. Or I really like Skybox cards. Like, what are those? I can narrow down to Skybox. Maybe tier is not important to me, but I just want to see 97 Skybox inserts, which is one of the best insert sets ever. You can just see them all crystal clear right here. If I want to compare up to 5 of them, just hit that. It's got, I happen to have these. It says collection. I have a PSA 7 of this, and I have a PSA 8 of this. So I can see which ones I have. If you're the type of person that has hundreds or thousands of cards, you might forget what you have, and that's kind of helpful. You can see all the pack odds, the tiers. It just really helps you kind of refine and hone and visualize not only your collection, but what else is out there.
Yeah, this is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
So I really love the filtering aspect. I'm constantly saying, okay, what don't I have from 97 and 98? If I really love Fleer Ultra.
You guys watch my channel. You know I use Card Ladder for all of my sales and my pricing and to get comps for all the cards that I'm buying, selling, and collecting. I've got great news for you. Now, if you subscribe to Card Ladder at cardladder.com and you use the promo code Cajun, CAJUN, at checkout, you're going to get your first month of subscription free. That's a $20 value, courtesy of yours truly, Cajun Cardboard.
I can just dive into that and say, okay, what do I think are the best cards, or at least the best looking cards from that set? Yeah. And I just like to visualize, like most of what I collect, I have to like the way it looks first.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I don't like it, then I'm probably not going to collect it. So I want to see, okay, I like that one, I like that. And then I can kind of dive into, okay, that's what
the hierarchy was about, right? What catches your eye? Oh, you want to learn more about that one because of the way it looks, flip it over, or that's where you go. Find the image that makes you moist and then go follow the information from there, man. That's the way to do it. Give me some other ways, because people are going to ask this question. What are some other ways that they can sort? Because I'm looking at this and I've kind of got my collecting pathway defined, with parameters and things like that. But how, it seems to me the best way if someone's new to the because I get these messages all the time. Hey, man, I just watched your video. I'm back in. I haven't collected since the 90s when I was a kid. I'm, da-da-da-da-da. and they're like, what do you think about this? That's kind of how those messages go. And my answer to them is always, there's 8,000 ways you can collect Michael Jordan cards. They're like, what should I do? I'm like, that's kind of an open-ended question. This could take a while. I would love to say, go check out the Jordan Vault. Go figure out a game plan. Throw the biggest cast net in the world with 12,000 cards. Cut out the Michael Jordan only sets. Boom. Okay, now we're at 10,000. Cut out, Jordan cards from the 80s because they don't interest you. They're paper. They're boring, right? Cut those out. Well, boom, there goes another few hundred. You can sort of, like by process of elimination, taper your parameters so you don't get devoured financially. So you don't get devoured with a lack of brain space and a lack of processing. You've got to set like mini milestones or miniature goals and try to work towards those miniature goals, because if your goal is to collect all the Michael Jordan cards, you're going to be chasing your tail, man. It's impossible. Even the best out there that do it, some of my friends are really high up. They are at the very top of the Michael Jordan superset or whatever with thousands and thousands of cards. And I'm like, y'all are crazy, man. But they even have a method to their madness. This right here allows you to sort of set parameters and set goals that are actually attainable, I think.
Absolutely. And just with these simple filters right here, like you said, you know what I collected as a kid? I had a lot of base cards. I've heard the inserts are a thing. Like, what are those about? Like, what are some cool inserts that if you go to inserts or insert parallel, and if you're not familiar with these terms, I can even have a definition.
How about that?
For them.
That's another great thing. Explain it. Like, you are telling people what's an insert, what's a parallel, because that question still comes up with new collectors. And it's a perfectly valid question because people use those terms interchangeably, but they're not the same term. You've defined it for them. You've identified it. You've sorted them. So if they want to know, I only want to collect inserts, boom, there you go. It's going to exclude parallels. Then we got insert parallels as well, right? So you've done the legwork for them. It's gonna really help from an education standpoint. This is a voluminous task that you undertook. It's really impressive, man.
Yeah, you just gave me an idea. I think I'll add a glossary and just make sure that everybody knows like what these terms mean. Like you said, not everybody knows what a base card is or an insert. So I can easily add that, and that'll push to everybody who has it and all the future people. So great way to store. And then once you add a card to your collection, and let's say, I really want this. If you go to My Cards, you get these 3 tabs up here. These are the ones in my collection. I can sort. What are the 1995 cards in my collection? Same sorting as before, but this is just my collection. And here's my want list. These are mostly aspirational, a bit out of my budget right now, but you can easily add cards to your want list.
Yeah.
Even if you have it, you can add multiple cards. Let's say I have in fact, this is true. I have a PSA 7 of Slam Cam, but I really want a PSA 8. So that's also on my want list. And then let's say I buy a PSA 8, I just throw the PSA 7 over to my for sale, and I can sell these cards. And this is my own personal inventory. For those who opt in, if you want to publicize your inventory, you can just go to the marketplace, and this will be all cards. Right now, it's just mine, but this will be every card for sale. I don't take any seller's fees. You just post it up here like a message board or social media, and people can just contact you directly. You want to contact me? Here's my contact information. I get nothing from your sales. You can trade. You can do whatever you want. That's a private matter. Save fees if you want to use this function.
Tyler, what if I want to just share my collection with somebody? I've taken my whole collection. I've plugged it into the Jordan Vault on Tyler's website. I've got the premium, and I just want to just kind of show people or send them a link. Is that an option as well?
Absolutely. This share button right here, you just click it, it copies, and you send that link over to somebody, and that just goes right to your collection.
Incredible.
You say, hey, these are the cards I have. You can do this with want list and for sale as well.
That's incredible, man.
So this may be for bragging rights. Yeah. So and anybody can view this. They don't have to be registered even for the free. They won't have access to all this if they're not, but if you just want to send it to your grandma and say, look at these cards I have, but she doesn't want to sign up, no problem. Just send them that link. just as easy.
I got a
as clicking
question.
that button.
This is a question that a lot of folks that are watching are going to ask, because there's been a lot of talk about Michael Jordan autograph cards lately and potential autograph hierarchy coming maybe in 2026, 2027. What is it sortable by autographed or non-autographed, memorabilia, non-memorabilia as well?
You know, it's not right now, but that's a good idea. Right now, it's these types, but I have been considering adding the autograph as a type here, because a lot of these, the type is honestly the hardest part to get. You get into like flare.
Yeah.
Is row zero a base card, or is it a parallel?
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on that.
The autograph, is it an insert? Is it a mail?
Yeah.
So it's really difficult, but it's a great idea. And I think a lot of people would want to visualize all the autographs. So that's something I can work on.
Yeah. And I can put you in touch with Max, who I've had on the channel, who talked about the entire, pretty much the entire upper deck Michael Jordan autograph card universe, and maybe he can provide you with some data that would help you identify the ones that you need to flag or tag and sort as, yes, this is an autograph, no, in memorabilia, or maybe autograph memorabilia and then autograph memorabilia, same way you did inserts, parallels, and insert parallels, right?
Yeah. So in the meantime, at least right now, a lot of these, this may not be 100% exhaustive, but if you just search auto, it'll pull up all the ones that have auto in the name. So this is going to be the vast majority, if not all of them.
I'm going to be able to help you with those images by the time we get done with our deal. When we get done with our deal,
so anybody out there, if you see a card that doesn't have an image, you just go to upload. You can do a private image just for you. Maybe that's, I want my copy of PSA 8 on here and I don't want anybody else to see it. You can do private, or you can submit for the community. In fact, this admin panel is just available to me, but in the photo submission, somebody has actually done this, which is very appreciated. Thank you very much. I can just review it to make sure, and I'll just hit approve. These all look good. So now those images are forever part of that card. And
if you see anything that's wrong, let Tyler know that as well. I mean, that's how this is the living, breathing deal.
Report incorrect data. I'll fix it same day.
That's amazing. That's incredible, man. So, this is absolutely incredible.
There's ways to contact me too. If you have any suggestions, you just hit this contact button. Hey, it'd be cool if you could do an autograph thing, or it'd be really fun if you could do this and that. Then I'll be responsive to that.
Tyler, did you do the research?
There is a register. Go ahead.
Did you do the research on how to convert your spreadsheet collector guide into this Jordan Vault app, or did you hire somebody to turn it into an app?
I did it. So any of these suggestions or thoughts, I'll go in and update myself.
That's incredible. Well, before I don't want to forget this, but I want people to understand, like, they're in. I want it. Give it to me. How do I do it? Tell them what they need to do to go get access to this app and sign up for the premium version, because for $2.99 a month, it's a no-brainer. You do the premium version.
All you need to do is go to jordanvault.com, jordan-vault.com. Everything's there. You just click sign up. You don't need to contact me. I like talking with collectors, but it doesn't have to be like the spreadsheets where contact me and I'll send you the link. This is all automatic. You just hit sign up. And you're good to go. You can start with the free and upgrade to the pro later. You can start with the pro, whatever you want.
Yeah. This is phenomenal, man. This is absolutely awesome. What have we not touched on that we need to touch on?
So there's a registry similar to the PSA registry. So if you want to collect all the refractors, a lot of people may want to get to the top of the registry and all the refractors. There's a handful now that I've decided on, but that can grow. So tier 3, let's just say Jordan Hierarchy tier 3, you want to get all 79 cards. I personally happen to have 19 of them. This automatically flows in, by the way. So all you have to do is add it to your collection and it'll update the registry for you. And there's a leaderboard. You can see who's on there. You can see what cards that you're missing. So this says owned, so I have that one, but I don't have that one. So any of these new collectors you're talking about who are saying, where do I get started? What can I want to jump into some really good Jordan cards. Well, you can start with the hierarchy and say maybe start with tier 4 is a great place to start. okay, we know that these are top cards, but they're not going to set you back tens of thousands.
That's right.
Maybe you want to collect all 214 of these, or as many as you would like.
I love the.
And then there's a little bit of. I added some games here. Yeah.
I was going to say, I love that your collection is predominantly PSA 8. I love that. And I was doing a parallel collection, not a parallel like parallels, but I had my high-end Jordan collection and high grade, and then I was collecting a completely separate PSA 8 only Jordan collection, and I abandoned it to buy more PSA 10s. And it turned out great, right? But I wince to think that had I just kept following down that path, I'd have so many PSA 8 Jordans in my collection. And I'm seeing, this video, and you're sharing images of all these cards that I used to own in one grade or another. And it's making me teary-eyed knowing, God, I can't believe I decided to consolidate this stuff. Into just a few cards.
I look at tier 3 and I'm like, oh yeah, I used to have that. 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 But I've kind of worked my way into some bigger cards. Consolidated a bit, but yeah, just looking at these, you're like, oh, these are some great cards.
God, I miss them. I miss them.
I no longer own. And then in terms of tracking so many people I talk to, I'm like, hey, are you interested in this card? And they're like, oh, I have to go see if I have that. They literally like go to their basement or garage or something and look through all these boxes that are not coordinated or not organized. And they're like, I don't know if I have it. It takes a really long time. Of course, if you have all your collection in here, you just go to my cards collection, you can sort. Do I have the power palette? Nope, no I don't. Okay, I need that one.
Yeah.
So
that's
and then just lastly, this game tab, there's a card of the day with a fun fact. Name that card, quiz, year, brand name, card name, and then connections. If you play the New York Times puzzles, you know about connections. You just kind of theme these into 3 different categories. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah. So just a little fun.
Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. That is really cool.
Yeah.
That is really
These
cool.
are actually harder.
I've been learning a lot about low-end Michael Jordan cards recently because I've been buying all these Jordan Raw collections, thousands and thousands of cards, and I'm looking at cards, and sometimes I decide to grade them, so it's always a challenge when I'm on PSA's website before they shut down value pricing, and I'm trying to find these damn cards, and I was like, God, I know this is, I'm learning so much about cards that a lot of people don't even pay attention to, but I'm thinking they look like they may be PSA 10s, and so I'm trying to, crash the game crash the game silver, crash the game gold, crash the game with a date, predictor one, it's like I'm going back and forth on these little baby cards, and I'm becoming a master of the low end Michael Jordan base cards just by plugging them into the PSA grading submission, field.
I'm the exact same way. Where I get tripped up is the holograms. I never know which ones are from which year. I'll see. I'm like, I know that's either 91 or 92, but then if you just do a couple quick filters, search for hologram, you can see, okay, this one is the 91 one. This one's that's the number 8.
Yeah.
It just really helps visualize.
Yeah.
Certain flair, I'm like, is that 96 row 1 or 97 row 1? I don't remember. Is it a row 3 or row 2? You just easily filter on here and see them all.
This is absolutely awesome. $2.99 a month, $3 a month, $36 a year. Tyler, when PSA comes back, it's going to cost about $36 to grade one card. And you can get access to the Jordan Vault for a full year for the same price, $36. That's crazy. I'm telling you, it's not expensive enough. You need to charge more.
I do $29.99 for the year. So if you want to, you get a little discount if you do for the year.
You should have consulted me before you did this. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. I told you this on the other stuff. I said, dude, you're not charging enough money. It's like, you need to charge more money. This is a whole, dude, listen, this is kudos, man. This is absolutely incredible. This is a whole nother level from the Jordan Ultimate Collection Guide. It may have the same data, but just it's delicious, man. And it's a visual buffet. I mean, this is exactly what Jordan collectors want, the ability to sort and define, sometimes you can figure out your path of how to collect Jordan cards simply by excluding the stuff you're not interested in. You know what I mean? Like, I found my job as a real estate attorney by excluding being a defense attorney, excluding being a plaintiff's trial attorney. I had to do stuff that I hated. And so as you start moving stuff out of the way, you're like, oh, you know what? This is my path. This is what I want. I hate unlicensed crap. Oh, I don't collect autographs. I don't want any of the Jordan only sets. Well, you just went from 12,000 to, whatever, 5,000, just like that. Right. And so I like that idea of throwing a huge net out there and then weeding through, the murky stuff and figuring out and really defining, all right, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be in the Michael Jordan card collecting world. And that can change. It can, and probably will one day in the future. I never thought I'd be buying Michael Jordan Wizards cards.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. You might think 12,000 is so many cards. Well, okay, I like Skybox. That's only 162. That's a lot more manageable than 12,000.
Yeah. And I don't think of collecting Jordan cards by brand, but I know a lot of folks do. I don't think that way. Like, I think of the 90s. Right. And then I weed out autographs, Carolina, baseball, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, but there's folks out there that are like, man, I just love Flair. Flair is insane. I'm going to collect all the Flair Showcase, all that stuff. Right. And so you give them the ability to do that and to identify that buffet really, really quickly, instantaneously, pretty much. That is absolutely fascinating. Give us some numbers. Like, what am I looking at here? This looks like the chart of the elements, the elemental chart. What is it called?
This is the kind of heat map to just show you how these 12,000 cards break down.
How many star cards are there? How many licensed star Jordans are there? Is it 25 or 26?
I see 41, but I know some of those might not quite be licensed, though I've done my best to put them in unlicensed. Star cards are difficult for me. Some of these you might find are actually unlicensed, but they're, some are like shot at home, or some are 1997, but they look like 1991. But
yeah,
you can at least visualize them and say, okay, yeah, these are all legitimate, or these actually belong in a different.
All right. Well, Tyler, man, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you sharing your product with us. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put this on because I want to show people jordan-vault.com. This is where you go. This is your button up here. Just click Get Pro right there, or Get Pro right here. Like he said, $2.99 a month, jordan-vault.com. If you got any questions that Tyler didn't answer, either put them in the comments to this video, or jump on here and make sure you give Tyler a follow at Jordan_Vault23 on Instagram if you're an IG person like us. And just message him, and he'll get back to you. I promise he will, because he gets back to me as well. And it's also, he's got some great stuff on his page as well, right? A bunch of different cards and pack odds and some of the cards that he has in his collection. Where did you get a larger-than-life PSA 1? What's wrong with you?
I bought that in a big collection. I got it for really cheap. I ended up selling it because I didn't love the 1 factor, but it's a great card.
Why did it get a 1? It looks like a 10.
Well, it wouldn't be a 10 if it wasn't bricked with all the other cards.
Yeah. This is great, man. This is absolutely awesome. Man, Tyler, thanks as always. You've always got a platform here if you ever want to jump on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. And you do so much for the hobby out there. I really feel like, the hierarchy is great and all, but a lot of those are big boy cards. I think there is the ability to collect the hierarchy at every level, but what you've put together with this Jordan Vault is really going to be appealing to the nerdy OCD, maybe even low budget collector, maybe raw card collector, the folks that want to get big. They want volume, right? They want quantity at the cost of quantity. I think you've given those people an incredible tool to sort of organize and track their progress, and that's That's really what this is all about, man, is tracking your progress. This is a collector-driven product that you've created that I think the entire Jordan community is going to benefit from for pennies. It's nothing, man. Go give it a subscription. Get the premium, man, for $3 a month. It's $30 if you subscribe for a year in advance. Is that right? Did I say that right? 29, whatever. No brainer. What else? Anything else, Tyler, before I let you go?
I just want to say thank you to all your viewers. I live and breathe this stuff every day. I really built it because this is the tool that I wanted, and I use it all the time for my collection. I can track what items are worth. I can visualize all the cards. It's a really great tool. If you can't swing the $2.99 right now, sign up for the pre, play around with it, find some cards you like, go buy them, and keep collecting.
Yeah, just don't bid on the stuff that we're bidding on.
Right.
All right, Tyler, thanks for joining the channel. My channel is at your service anytime. All you got to do is shoot me a message, say, hey, I need to jump on with you next week. There's something I added to the Jordan Vault that I want to tell the community about. I expect to get a message from you with that at some point. I also expect we're going to figure out a way to sort the Michael Jordan Wizards cards in a separate deal for inserts and parallels. So we'll figure that out together.
I have that in the registry, Wizards only, already there.
Oh my God, you're already a step ahead of me. Okay, well, you buried the lead. That's what people care about is Michael Jordan Wizards cards. You should know that by now. Tyler, thanks again, man. Anytime. I expect to hear from you soon and get you back on for some updates.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Keep collecting. Go get yourself a subscription to Jordan Vault and keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby.